Hi, my name is Rob Enns, and I'm the GM of Google Cloud Networking. With me, I'm pleased to have the CIO of Broadcom, Alan Davidson. Well, in 2024, we announced the Broadcom and Google Cloud partnership at Google Cloud Next. I want to touch on the incredible work that your team has done. Broadcom isn't just a partner. You've successfully migrated a significant number of customer-facing SaaS workloads to Google Cloud, really leveraging the global scale of Google's network. From your perspective as a CIO, could you walk us through that journey?
We've been a long-term customer of Google Cloud and Google as a partner over 15 years. We take a very business first approach to any of their workloads that are coming on. So we need to have a problem to solve to go and figure out what's the best solution to address that problem. So, and we're a highly acquisitive corporation, so we acquire new companies. At that point, we understand that specific workload characterization, and we make a call: is this a good fit for public cloud? Is this on-prem? Where does it fit? We also take advantage of Google's significant breadth of physical locations. You're much more global than Broadcom could ever be. Your network capabilities are second to none in terms of scale and distributed networks. So we want to make sure we can take advantage of that, because our customers, we're solving problems for our customers, and our customers are global, so we need an ability to reach out to them, and Google provides that capability.
Great, and it's a real pleasure to have been able to work with you to help solve your customers' problems. Now, over that course of that 15 years, how have you seen Google Cloud change?
So, as I said, we've been a Google Cloud customer for the past 15 years. We have seen a significant evolution as we've gone through that journey. As Google is evolving their technologies and evolving their capabilities, it's fairly in lockstep with our requirements to provide those solutions to our customers. Specifically, we're in IT, therefore we can't have an IT conversation without talking about AI. Your journey in AI is definitely a key example of how Google is leading the charge there, and we're leveraging it as much as we can.
Thanks for that. What made Google Cloud your primary choice?
So there's a couple of reasons. Obviously you give us scale, because we have the types of workloads that we run in Google Cloud are customer facing, they're highly dynamic, they're SaaS services. So they're very unpredictable workloads. So we need a predictable backend that allows us to give consistency to our customers. So just along with your scale and your global presence, the operational effectiveness and the stability that the platform gives, regardless of scale that we bring, is a key component as to what makes the solutions work so well for us. Obviously, we have a strong 360-degree partnership in the general commerce world, but I think the solutions that you give us, we have problems to solve. So as strong as that partnership is, unless the technology is there to back it up, that only enables the partnership to be stronger.
Couldn't agree more. Yeah, that baseline level of technology is critical. So now that you're using Google Cloud extensively, can you share any takeaways you have as one of our long-term partners?
Yes, like I say, we're a highly acquisitive corporation, so our workloads, we don't get to choose what workloads we adopt, but I think the common theme here is there's ease of adoption. So there's some very solid, known good services and capabilities we take advantage of. And it fits a lot of boxes in terms of different characteristics of workloads, different characteristics of requirements, different locations, data sovereignty, very remote locations that we need access to, and low latency capabilities. So I think the technology is flexible enough and scalable enough that it fits most of our needs for the problems we're trying to solve for our customers.
To that end, we often talk about how the network is the unsung hero of the digital economy. But as the workloads shift to becoming more cross-cloud, more complex, it can be overwhelming for customers to manage. How has your vision for the modern network evolved over the last 18 months?
The scale that Google brings to this environment is key, but the network is not just one network. It's the internet, it's the WAN, it's the the LAN, but the customers don't care. The customers are logging on to an application, they want access to their application, they want access to their data, and they need responsiveness. And they need, regardless of what's going on in the back end, they need responsiveness. So having that scalability, having that global reach is key, regardless of what is going on in the back end. So, slow is the new down. So having that end-to-end visibility is absolutely key to, regardless of where the issue is in the network, if there is one.
Yeah, it's so true. Like when the network is down, the customer doesn't care if it's the internet or the WAN or the data center. We saw this unmet need, and we launched the cross-cloud network when we saw that customers wanted to connect these multi-cloud and hybrid cloud environments. We also recognized that it was critical to expand Google Cloud's observability platforms to manage all of these environments. We knew that we needed to provide network observability for AI agents and tools, for example, as they become more and more pervasive. With Cloud Network Insights, we are combining Broadcom's AppNeta observability to monitor agents, applications, and network performance across hybrid environments and SaaS. And we're adding Google's observability stack to that. And it's great to be co-innovating with Broadcom so that there is no blind spot in the cross-cloud network. Alan, could you give us an example of how you are gaining insights into your network as a user of AppNeta?
Today we use AppNeta to give us certainly more end user perspective, so where the customer is, to understand that end-to-end environment. And a key piece of that really is, we're all humans and hardware breaks and people make mistakes, so sometimes things don't go to plan. So, if we have that end-to-end observation, then we can, it helps us triage. It helps us get to the root cause of the problem much quicker.
Yeah.
We can design highly available environments, we can design failovers, but ultimately, it's very hard to have a seamless impact to the customer. So we just want to make sure that if we have to triage an issue, we get to the root cause of the problem as quickly as we can, because there are multiple technologies at play here. So getting to the one that's causing the problem is really key. Just the other week, where one of our routers in our US data center went offline for a variety of reasons. We thought it was one problem with another cloud network provider, but it really wasn't. And the AppNeta solution really pointed us in the right direction. So we were able to resolve that in minutes rather than hours.
Yeah, that end-to-end observability, being able to cut down your time to mitigation is so important.
Yeah.
Now, looking towards the future, we're moving to a world where Gen AI is pervasive, agents are everywhere, and Google is leading the charge into the future here with Gemini. Mm-hmm. How do you see agentic AI impacting your IT strategy?
You can't have an IT conversation today without talking about AI. I would love it to be one thing. It's not one thing. It's a multitude of disaggregated technology components that you need to make sure you link together. So if you're trying to link them together, the thing that links them together is the network. So you need to make sure you have significant visibility in that network, because interruption of that flow causes other unintended consequences down the line. We have agentic workflows that are 200-300 pieces of workflow in a single pipeline. Mm-hmm. Figuring out where that bottleneck is in a 200-300 pipeline is going to be interesting. So understanding that flow, understanding the ability for quick triage is critical in the AI space, just because it's only getting more disaggregated, not more consolidated, which is good, great technology. You just need to manage it.
As the network flows get more and more spread out, agents are more pervasive, and the way that the network operates is changing. Yeah. Having that observability from Cloud Network Insights is so important. This really ties in with what we're doing at Google, not only providing value to customers with AI, but also empowering our own teams to use AI. Our customers have been telling us that they're nervous about deploying agents without governance capability. And we believe that Cloud Network Insights will be a big piece of what we're calling the governance plane, so that agents can be deployed safely in the enterprise. It's been a great conversation, Alan. Any closing thoughts?
No, I'd just like to thank you for the last 15 years of partnership, and looking forward to the next 15 years.
Thanks a lot. The Cloud Network Insights launch is the foundation of what our two companies can do together. Google Cloud is on a journey to support agents everywhere, and we're grateful to have a partner like you on this journey. Thanks so much, Alan, for being here and pushing us to build better.
Thank you.